What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. We've got nothing better to do. The show we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, and comic books because, well, we've got nothing better to do. I'm your host, Nathaniel, and this week I'm joined by Parker and Jeremy. And, how you guys doing? How you been? How you feeling?
Busier than usual.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Jeremy?
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Kind of busy just with work and stuff. But
Well, actually, it's another special episode this week because it is Jeremy's birthday in a few days from when we were recording this. How old are you turning? 22, right? Or 21?
Yep.
22?
22.
The big.
I'm the youngest one
The
here.
big 2-2. Yeah, it's okay. I was always the youngest for the longest time.
This is my only friend group where I'm the youngest.
I was always the youngest for the longest time. I think this is the only one where I'm not the youngest. So that's cool for me.
I'm always one of the youngest.
But I asked Jeremy if he wanted to do anything special for his birthday episode, but he said he didn't really care. So we were.
I said I want to play golf, but
yeah,
that's not good enough.
It's not interesting if you're just listening to it.
I guess that's true.
If you're watching it, maybe, but if you're listening to it, then it wouldn't.
We should have a high stakes mini golf tournament.
What, are you gonna put money down?
50 cents, baby. Let's go. Everyone puts in $1.
High stakes.
Winner gets
Very
Taco
high
Bell.
stakes. Okay.
Wow, that's very high stakes.
Hey, free Taco Bell is free.
Hey, Taco Bell is like
good,
expensive fast food.
What?
but also cheap.
But
It's
also
somehow
extremely cheap.
No, if you get anything that's well, even
the
they're like
$5 box and it's super cheap.
yeah, but if you get like more than 2 items, you're paying like $8.
What
Or
you
they just
buying off
yeah. What are you
Taco
buying
Bell?
there? Holy crap!
Just get like
Order
the
off the dollar
Doritos
menu.
tacos
Well,
and like a
Yeah,
5-layer burrito and
the
No,
Fritos
I want-
burritos.
I want
Burritos.
other things.
well, yeah,
No.
Everything is the same. It's just a
No, but
everything's a reincarnation of meat, cheese, and tortilla.
yeah, so I want the better versions of that. I don't want just
the 5-layer
not.
burrito is so good,
eh.
and it's
It's o-
like
it's
not
okay.
even $3.
The best burrito
Oh my
is
goodness.
the shredded chicken and rice burrito. That's the great burrito. But I think it's
I can't say that was
$2.
bad. I haven't had it.
I've
I'll
never
have to
had
try
a
that
good
one.
burrito that had rice in it from there because it ends up being 99% rice.
No, those are really
whoa,
good.
whoa. No, that Fritos burrito has rice that you're just talking about.
Yeah, but it's only $1.
Yeah, but it's still good.
Yeah. There's only
for
like
$1.
there's only like 2 things I like. No, maybe only one thing I like on the dollar menu, and that's the quesadilla. So
Basically, also the triple layer nachos aren't bad. You get a piece
Yeah,
of
those
them
aren't
for
bad
$1.
either.
the best thing I've had this
I
conversation
don't go
like
there very
4
often.
times in the past week. The best thing from Taco Bell is no longer there, but it
Crunch.
was the Steak Reaper Ranch burrito. It had steak, had Carolina Reaper Ranch sauce, and then
Ooh.
rice and cheese, and I think it had pieces of Carolina Reaper in it, like peppers, and it had nacho
Yeah.
fries in it. Is
The best thing
best burrito
Taco
they've
Bell
had.
has ever had. It was when they made like the mini crunch wraps, but they were in like different flavors. So there was like the nacho cheese one. There was like a loaded potato one.
Yeah, those
Pretty much
I
like
remember
before
those.
the
Yeah.
gorillas came out, and they were like $1, and you get like 2 of them, and you're full because it's like mini crunch wrap. It's still like 2/3 the size of a crunch wrap.
I think the best
They were
thing
like $1 when they
I
first
think the
came out.
best thing currently on the menu is still the breakfast crunch wraps. Those
I
are
haven't
still
had that.
Really?
I haven't had
heard
one in
so
forever.
I've only heard bad stuff about it, so I haven't tried it.
No, those are good. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Taco Bell.
The food part.
We're not doing anything
Taco.
specific for Jeremy's birthday, but still his birthday episode, so we want to celebrate him.
We should have done Taco Bell food review.
Oh my gosh. But we're actually doing a retro review of Return of the Jedi, which you probably saw in the title, so that'll come up later. But let's hop right into the news, and we're doing news from a couple weeks here. But the Sonic movies sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, is coming out.
Is that the name of the movie? Is it just Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Well, I mean, probably. It's just the working title right now. I don't know. I mean, the first one was just called Sonic the Hedgehog. You call it Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and then you make the logo from the game, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, with him and Tails, and Sonic is putting up 2 fingers, because I don't know why you wouldn't do that. But its release date will be April 8th, 2022, so we will not have a second generation of Sonic Boomers, unfortunately. It's not coming out on Valentine's Day. I forget that Sonic was the last movie I saw in theaters, and it was on Valentine's Day. Or no, it was the day after Valentine's Day, but yeah, man, it was nice being able to go to movie theaters and go out and do stuff.
Drive-ins are open still.
Seems so long ago. Yeah, but I don't like drive-ins. I'd rather go to a regular movie theater.
A very controversial thing to say.
I would much rather go to a regular movie theater.
I would not.
Because you're not getting the theater experience. You're sitting in your car.
But you're also not watching a brand new movie.
Yeah, well, I want to watch a brand new movie. That's why I go to the theater. I don't go to the theater to watch an old movie.
I do.
What? When? When have you gone to the theater to watch an old movie?
The Grand movie theater
Okay,
shows old movies.
That's not a
once
movie
weekend.
theater.
That's
just
a whole
That's a hallway with a
Village.
projector.
The one in the village that used to do it every summer. They used to have a month where they would show one
They still do it.
every single day.
Not anymore.
I would
Not right
do
now.
it
Well,
if
not
it's.
right now.
I would do it if it was a movie I've never seen or a movie I've never seen. I never saw in theaters.
Yeah, which is any old movie.
Well, I've seen some old movies.
In theaters?
Well, no. I guess to a certain point, but not like from the 50s or anything. But what are we talking about? Oh, Sonic 2. I'm excited for this. I like the first one. It's fine. It's okay. But I think they establish enough of the world and the characters in normalcy to the point where now we can do like, okay, we're going video game mode. Like they introduced Tails. Eggman looks like Eggman from the games now.
Wait, when did they introduce Tails?
Have you seen the first? Did you watch the?
At the end of the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, he's the end credits scene.
I was like one of the things I did this last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
what?
the end credits scene. It's Tails.
Even I knew that, and I haven't even seen it.
I missed the.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
the one
watch
thing
it.
everyone was talking
you
about.
could
the day
watch
after
it. You
came
probably
out.
watched it on YouTube. It's just him being like, "I gotta find Sonic," just like that.
The whole movie was leaked to Reddit like 3 days after it came out.
Oof. In other movie news, there was a new trailer for The New Mutants, which I didn't watch because I heard it was very spoilery, but apparently it's looking a lot better. So I actually kind of really want to see it now. Like before I was like intrigued, but hearing that it looks good from people that like know what they're talking about, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. I don't know if it's ever going to come out because all the release rights are like weird. Like Fox said, okay, you have to release it in theaters, but then after that HBO Max gets streaming rights, I think, and like it's really weird. So I don't know if Disney's
I
like
hate
just
how there's so
waiting.
many-
Kind of sounds perfectly complicated for the movie industry to me.
Yeah. So yeah, that it's happening. I hope it comes out. I kind of want. I want to see it now. But yeah, I had a trailer. And then speaking of more Disney/Fox movies, a bunch of them got delayed. So all the Avatar sequels
Surprise.
got delayed by 2 years, I think. So Avatar 2 is coming out 2022, and then 3 in 24, 4 in 26, and then 5 in 28. And then there was a Star Wars trilogy in development, and that was also delayed to the odd numbered years. So 2023, 2025, and 2027. So we'll have a big Disney blockbuster at the end of every year. They all come out in December. So all those got delayed because of freaking COVID. I wish she would just go away. She's no longer welcome here.
It's not going away for a while.
Oh, that's not movie
We don't
news.
like
That
your kind
belongs
here.
in TV news. And then last bit of movie news was a new movie starring Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Sebastian Stan's in it. I don't know who Jason Clarke is. Bill Skarsgård is the guy that plays It in It. So there's a new movie starring them called The Devil All the Time. It is a multi-strand narrative set between the end of World War II and the beginning of America's involvement in Vietnam, in which a motley group of characters' lives all intersect. Literally only images were released. Oh wait, no, sorry. Bill Skarsgård is not the guy who plays It. I think it's his brother.
No, it's Bill.
Oh no, there he is. Yeah, that's him. Okay, I was thinking. Oh, Jason Clarke is this guy. Okay, he's the guy that played John Connor in Terminator Genesis.
John Connor.
It's such a good movie, lol.
The first
Wait, no.
10 minutes of that movie is good, or 20 minutes, whatever it is.
Nathaniel.
What?
Project Power is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well then,
I'm almost positive it's a movie.
I thought it was a show. We can go into it next regardless because we're done with movies.
Yeah, it's a film.
Okay, so there's a new Netflix movie that got announced. There's a trailer called Project Power, and it's starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Jamie Foxx, and I think they're both cops. And basically, there's this new drug on the streets, and so in this world, everyone has like a latent superpower, and then this drug essentially allows you to unlock it for 5 minutes. And so everyone has like a
Wait, My Hero? Wait, excuse me?
You can only use it.
Yeah, you can only use it if you
Literally
use
My
the
Hero.
drug. Not
Oh.
really.
But it also taking
Okay.
the drug can kill you.
Yeah, it could also kill you. So it's like, basically, it's not like everyone has a superpower. It's like you take the drug and it unlocks a superpower, but everyone's is different.
So My Hero when Quirks first came out.
No. But anyways, so Jamie Foxx has like a daughter, so he's like trying to make sure that she's not getting like exposed to this stuff, and then they're both cops, so they're obviously taking it down. And Jamie Foxx's superpower is essentially he's the Human Torch. He has like flame control and stuff like that. And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt, for those of you that didn't know what that meant, his superpower is like super strength and invulnerability or something like that. Like I think he gets shot a couple times, like punched, and it doesn't do anything to him, and he's like super strong. But I like both of these guys. I like superhero stuff, and this looks pretty cool. It looks pretty good. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I don't know when. Do you know when it's supposed to come out, Jeremy? I can check right now.
August 14th.
August 14th. Oh, okay, so pretty soon.
It's really soon.
Yeah. So I guess looking forward to that. Yeah, go watch that trailer if you haven't seen it
What
already.
is it coming to?
Netflix. It's a Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
And then in more Netflix news, we switch over to TV. The Dragon Prince, which is a great show made by the creators of Avatar, The Last Airbender, is being not renewed for one more season, not being renewed for 2 more seasons, but for 4 more seasons. So essentially, Netflix has agreed to renew it for the entirety of the creator's vision. So I assumed there's going to be 7 books or 7 seasons, and I think we've had 2 already, or no, 3 already, and we're getting 4 more. So this is great because usually Netflix, like fans of Netflix shows, live in fear of the show being canceled after 2 or 3 seasons. So the fact that they renewed it for the entirety of what the creators want the show to be for 4 seasons is great, because I really like this show, and it's cool to see that Netflix is like actually pursuing shows that do well instead of just making 2 and then stopping, or in like the Marvel show's case, just stopping everything at once. So that's cool. And then in more TV news, there is a Lando TV series in development. That's going to be starting. What's his name? Not Danny Glover. What's Childish Gambino's name? I completely just blanked. Is it Danny Glover?
What?
Childish Gambino. What's his name? His actual name.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Danny Glover is another black guy.
Yeah.
He's another
Yeah,
black
he's another
actor.
famous actor.
Yeah. Donald Glover. That's his name. Yeah, so he'll be returning as Lando. I feel bad. Donald McKinley Glover Jr. is an American actor, musician, comedian, director, producer, screenwriter, and DJ. Wow.
I'm not a rapper.
His
I'm a DJ.
His DJ name is McDJ. MC DJ. It might be MC DJ, not McDJ.
It's MC DJ, not McDJ.
McDJ is funnier though. I'm gonna stick with McDJ. So yeah, we like to call him Young Lando because he's Young Lando, and it sounds like a rapper name.
Because that's who he is.
Yes, and it sounds like a rapper name. So Ben and I call him Young Lando, and he should have changed his rapper name to Young Lando. But regardless, there is a Lando series in development. I don't know if I'm super jazzed for that. I wasn't a huge fan of Lando in Solo. But, you know, we'll see. Apparently there's supposed to be people returning for it. I don't know if we talked about this the last episode, but Hayden Christensen is returning for the Obi-Wan series for like flashbacks and stuff.
Heck yeah.
So that's real cool. I like him a lot. And it was
I'm gonna ship it to you.
I think it was his birthday last week or something like that. I don't remember.
What do you think his acting will be like with good writing?
Probably good.
Probably actually good.
He's not a bad actor.
I never thought he was.
He's
It's
just handed a
we
bad.
don't know.
He was dealt a bad card or bad. If I could speak, he was dealt a bad
Words
hand.
are hard.
They are okay. I talk a lot.
Like, some
Okay,
of the
I'm
other
talking a lot.
movies he's done have been like B movies where
Yeah,
you can definitely tell
like
they're,
Jumper and
rom-coms.
yeah,
But he was in Jumper.
yeah. He's the main character.
Oh,
in
that one is
Jumper.
actually I actually like that one.
It's
I
okay.
I thought he was decent in it because he had decent writing, but like what's like the one was like Little Italy or something I saw he was in. It's like so bad.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple of movies with him in it, other than Star Wars. But moving on to video game news, Rocket League is going free to play, probably sometime this month because they said summer 2020 and they announced it in July, and summer ends this month, so I'm assuming it's sometime in August. But it's going free to play. But what's cool about it is if you own the game on any platform, well, for one, it's going completely cross-platform. Well, no, it already was cross-platform. You're getting a cross-platform progression. So if you have it on, say, your Switch, your PC, PS4, your Xbox, whatever, if you have it on more than one, they're separate accounts. But now it'll link your accounts. So you'll get all your items on all of your whatever device you're playing on, which is really cool. But if you own the game and have played online at some point before it goes free to play, you get all the DLC in the game for free, which I think is worth more.
What a DLC.
It's like
It's in a competitive game.
it's all like cosmetics and tracks and stuff like that. But I think all the DLC is worth more than the price tag, which is only $20 for a great game. So that's really cool. I started playing it a little bit with a friend trying to get back into it before it goes free to play, and it was a little rough when we were playing it, but it's still like a super fun game. And they did a couple packs that were like 80s themed, and I just want them really bad, like really bad. And
I think I would either end up loving it or really hating it. I'd love it and play it way too much and get really mad and then quit.
It's really fun.
Or I just hate it from the
I've never played ranked, but I've played online a little bit. But it is really fun.
I might give it.
Especially if you're playing with people, like with friends, and you can like communicate, because there is a lot of like communicate. You're essentially, I mean, you're playing 3-on-3 soccer. Like there has to be a lot of communication, but
Yeah,
it's
like,
pretty fun.
Overwatch had
that's my problem is I get way too over competitive.
You just have to.
Overwatch had a game mode.
You just have to
It's
play
called
it
Lucio
for
Ball.
fun. Yeah, Lucio Ball is pretty much Rocket League.
I know. I actually really enjoyed Lucio Ball. So
Yeah, Lucio Ball was fun. I played it when it first came out. But yeah, it's going free to play. So yes, play Rocket League. I'm going to say, they have a battle pass for it too. I don't know how much it is, but this season's battle pass has a really cool car. It kind of looks like a Lamborghini, and I want it, but I don't know how much it is. So it's like the first item you get for buying the battle pass. So I don't know. We'll see. But also, so really big news the past couple of weeks was there was a huge, it's called the Giga Leak. Basically, someone, somehow, somewhere broke into Nintendo's servers or whatever and stole a bunch of assets and files and sprites and beta stuff and dumped it on the internet. So there's stuff from like, there's a bunch of old SNES games and concepts. Like we got the original concepts for Yoshi and where he looks like an actual dinosaur and stuff like that. Then there's stuff for Super Mario 64 where we found out that Luigi was planned to be in it, and that the statue in the castle that people thought said L is real 20-4 or whatever. Everyone thought it was a conspiracy theory that Luigi was supposed to be in Super Mario 64. Turns out, well, he actually was, and the theory was that the statue said that, and people were like flipping out because people found out that he was supposed to be in 64 20 years and 4 months after 64 came out, and that's what they thought the statue said forever ago. So people were like, oh my gosh, the prophecy is nigh. But there's also stuff for, there's a bunch of Gen 4, Pokemon Gen 4 leaks with a bunch of like beta sprites for Pokemon like Nosepass and Giratina, where they look like a child's drawing. Nosepass is great because it's literally just a giant nose. Or not Nosepass, Probopass. It's literally just a giant red nose. And then like Giratina is this weird like deer cat thing with like wings. It looks like Landorus Therian form. But it's like
Yeah.
and then there's like beta Regigigas that looks like
Like I drew it.
yeah, like it just looks so pathetic compared to the final thing of Regigigas. But then a lot of the beta Pokemon were actually very similar or the same. But then we saw like the beta versions of the Garchomp line, which I actually really like the beta designs for Gible and Gabite. The one for Garchomp is a little I'm glad they went with the ones that they did. But I think
It makes him look like a chonky boy more than it does a speedy boy.
Shark Dragon. But I think the first two designs, I think they could be like repurposed. I think the whole line could be like repurposed into a new like dragon type, because I think they are really cool. They have
Or just
potential.
a new form of Garchomp.
Nah, he doesn't need a new form. Just make them new Pokemon. But yeah, so there's stuff like that, and then yeah, there was just a lot of things leaked, and like stuff is still coming out. There's stuff, like code was leaked. There was a sprite of like Luigi flipping off the camera or something like that.
Well, like apparently, actually, Luigi was in like early beta was actually a playable character.
Yeah.
Because in 64, he only plays
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
has
there's
his
like
model is in the game.
There's a bunch of high resolution art like in-game art and files that were found, the uncompressed.
Yeah, there was like
from like 64 and
that
from
got
Ocarina of Time. There's a bunch of sprites from Zelda 2, where Link's sword has like blood on it and stuff. Yeah, there is just a lot.
Not in my video games.
Not in my Zelda game.
Not in my fantasy game where murder is okay.
Yeah, if you go on Twitter and just type in, like, if you search GigaLeak, like hashtag GigaLeak or something, there's gonna be so much stuff that pops up. Like, I don't know if stuff is still coming out, but there's a lot of stuff that came out from this leak. One of the first things is Nintendo has a Twitter account that like will post job openings. And so someone made a tweet that says, "We're hiring. Click to apply. Skilled assassin. Bilingual English, Japanese." They send in the Nintendo ninjas after everybody. I really like the beta sprite of Yoshi, like the original one, because it just looks like an actual dinosaur. I mean, I like the current Yoshi design we have, but I think the old one was also pretty cool. But yeah, so a bunch of Nintendo stuff got leaked. And it's kind of cool to see all this stuff, but it also kind of sucks that this is how it came out. I mean, someone essentially stole all this private property, but it is cool to see. So it's kind of a catch-22. Like, you support this, but also want to look at it. So, you know how it goes. In some more kind of scummy video game news, so the Avengers video game, at one point they said that more Avengers would be coming, and they name dropped Spider-Man, but we just got news that Spider-Man, he is in fact coming to the Avengers game, but he is exclusive to the PS4 version, which is really dumb. Spider-Man, like, I get Sony has the movie and video game rights to him, but Spider-Man is literally one of the most popular and profitable characters on the planet. So he is, like, I guess he's a free update. But I don't understand why they decided to only put him on the PlayStation. I get why, because they'll sell more copies, but it's really scummy, because he's a lot of people's favorite, and not everyone has a PS4, and they're probably going to buy on an Xbox or PC. So it sucks.
Is it coming to PC?
Yeah, eventually. So it sucks for people that don't have that. Like, you could have put him on everything, but then given like the Sony version, like special skins or something like that to make it an exclusive. But like, I get, like, this isn't the first time there's been like version exclusives in like games, but that's usually like a fighting game thing, where like, say like Soul Calibur 2, Link was on the GameCube, Heihachi was on the PlayStation, Spawn was on the Xbox. Like, it has happened before, but it's typically a fighting game thing. But it kind of sucks. Like, I have a PS4, so I can get Spider-Man on the Avengers, but I was probably just gonna get it on the PS5. But still, like, I'm lucky enough to have it, to be able to get it on it, but a bunch of people aren't. So if I would be mad. I think it's dumb that he's only exclusive to PlayStation.
If they would have made like another big character like Xbox exclusive,
well, they should put the X-Men.
It would still been dumb. It would have been okay.
Yeah, like,
but it's
if
like
they
Xbox,
did that,
you get less of a game given on Xbox. Is pretty much what happens.
Exactly.
Like, at least with like fighting games or Pokemon, it's the same game. You just have to go
different
through
versions.
to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you're saying is right. Yeah.
This game is gonna flop hard, and they're gonna be like, "Oh wait, you can now get Spider-Man on the other games and an update in 3 months once no one's playing it. Because
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone say they're excited for this game like at all.
I will say I watched the second, I think it's called War Table, where it's like the
Probably
spotlight
gonna
on
be
it.
huge in like, yeah.
I watched that. It does look better. They did fix it a little bit. The graphics look better. It looks a little more colorful. They fixed the faces. Black Widow doesn't look like she has the jaw of a 40-year-old man. She looks like a woman now. So that's way better. Like they fixed Hulk's face. It looks much better. They fixed some stuff. It's still like the art style is just really bland, I would say. But it does look somewhat better. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right away. But then if I don't, I feel like I'm not gonna get it. I don't know. It's just not grabbing me. But that game also comes out next month. Like, it's almost here. So I don't know if they could fix any much more or like make the colors really pop or something like that to like make it look a little more appealing. Because it's like, it is very colorful. It's a comic book game, but it's just all the colors are super muted and it has like that cinematic kind of look to it. And like, for some games that works. Like Last of Us, where it's supposed to be this bleak cinematic experience. So everything being gray and muted is like fine. But like, I don't want a gray and muted comic book game. Like, Captain America literally wears an American flag. Like, it's supposed to be colorful. But anyways, some happy news to end on. Today is Sakurai-san. Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Super Smash Bros. And Kirby. It's his 50th birthday today. And we just want to wish him a happy birthday. Because if it weren't for Super Smash Bros., we probably wouldn't be as good of friends or friends at all. Because we all started playing together in high school. So shout outs to Sakurai for creating friendships. That's cool. Thank you, Daddy Sakurai. You're an inspiration to us all. Also, he's just like the coolest, like one of the coolest game devs out there. He's super like vocal with the fans, and he'll just post like pictures of him dinking around in Smash. And he actually listens to the fans and he makes jokes. And his little videos where he talks about the new characters are really like charming and endearing. He's just a cool guy. I'd love to meet him someday. But who knows? Hopefully I do. But yeah, he turned 50 today.
Right, we're seeing nobody who's ever died.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Wait,
some of not to get dark or anything, but some of like my other heroes that I wanted to meet or inspirations died. So I'll never get to meet them. So that kind of sucks. But yeah. Hopefully I get to meet Sakurai.
You better get on to meeting him
before he
fast.
dies.
Or take him off your list. 'Cause
I mean,
if everyone on your list is dying.
He's only 50.
Got a hit list. Take him off your hit list.
Well, no.
Yeah, take him off. Take him off your Corona hit list.
Not they didn't die of Corona. Like one of them was Stan Lee, Robin Williams, like Carrie Fisher. Like these are all people that I would have loved to meet, especially Stan Lee. But yeah, so not saying that Sakurai's gonna die. Praying he has a long, healthy life. Oh, Satoru Iwata is another one, the old president of Nintendo. But yeah, happy birthday, Sakurai. I hope you live a long time.
Nothing bad happens to
We
you.
we must protect this man. Must protect. All right, well, that's it for news this week. So let's talk
That's
about some Star Wars. This week we are talking about Return of the Jedi. That's the one. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. I watched it earlier today. I didn't finish it. But it's okay because Parker didn't watch it at all.
You've only seen it. We've only seen it like 30 times.
Yeah,
at least.
but how many times do you sit down and like actually watch it and try to?
Never, because we only watch it during marathons.
Exactly. So that's why I sat down and I watched it and I paid attention. So I guess I'll start off.
It's usually the 6th movie we
I'll
watch.
start off.
Or 7th now because of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No, it's the 8th because of
I mean,
Solo.
we're watching
Oh,
Lord of the
because
Rings.
Solo. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to remember anything.
Okay, so
Well, we're watching Lord of the Rings this year, and so we don't.
Yeah, I know everything about Lord of the Rings, so that'll be okay.
So, this was my favorite Star Wars movie as a kid. And I don't. It's not because of the Ewoks, because I never really liked the Ewoks. I don't know why this one was my favorite, but it was. But watching it again today, I think it's really boring compared to the rest of the original trilogy. Like, it has its moments, but
Episode 4 is pretty boring.
yeah, but I think
But Episode 4 is world building.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, I get that's.
like 6 is supposed to be this triumphant conclusion, but it's a lot of Ewoks. It's like a lot of tying up loose ends,
It's like
but it's not
it's a lot
as
of like
interesting.
mini arcs
It's not as
that they
interesting.
combine together.
Cause like so the opening
That's why-
isn't super strong. It's a really slow crawl to even get to like the first major action scene with the Rancor, which the Rancor is kind of boring.
It's boring, but it
Makes for a great Lego level.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing I will say,
It also showed
I do really like Luke's intro in this movie where he walks in and it's playing. It almost sounds like the Imperial March. It's kind of like they're trying to trick you. Like it's really deep horns.
And he chokes the
Yeah,
crap out of a
and he
pig.
force chokes 2 pigs. He force chokes them.
That's Parker's favorite part of the movie is the pig joke.
What is it? What?
He's not denying
It's
it.
just a person.
He's not denying it.
That's so.
You
such a
heard
random
you
thing
heard
to
it here
say.
first. Parker's
Yeah,
favorite
like,
part of Star Wars
you
is
had to
pig
say
choking.
that like you could have
No.
just said it was just
least-
like he like
He's not denying
force
it.
choke on the guards, but no, he force
Okay, yep,
choked the
confirmed.
pigs.
My favorite part.
It's
No,
pig
it's-
choking. Pig.
It's just the fact that Jabba has
choke
pig
choking.
guards in general.
I
Silly.
forget what they're called. It starts like a G. I don't remember. I used to know.
G-pigs. Gigs.
Gigs.
G-pigs.
Gigs.
They're from Gmod.
The gigs.
G-Mod
Now,
racer.
It sounds like grunt. I don't remember what it is. But anyways. Or maybe I'm thinking of the Ugnaughts, but that's not them. But anyways, yeah, I like that. But yeah, the Rancor is kind of lame. We get Slave Leia, which is every nerd's first fantasy and every cosplay girl's first cosplay. So that's nice.
That was not true for me though.
Nah, I'm just saying. It's just like you always see it.
Everyone was a little older than
Yeah.
us. 'cause
Yeah.
they're Pretty.
Parker's was Misty, but
What?
Was it?
Misty? No, probably not.
Was it? No, I feel like
No,
I
it was
don't
May.
know.
it was May.
No, it wasn't Pokemon.
Who?
I think I.
Who was? I have to know now.
I
Who
should
was
know.
it?
I'm trying to think. I'm
But
trying
you
to
gotta
think.
tell us
Oh,
now.
yeah. I
If
feel like
it's
I've said it
obvious,
during the
there's someone
podcast
who
before.
stands out. Who
I
is
think I've said it during the podcast before though, and I can't
I
remember.
don't know why this would come up.
Oh, let me think.
Okay, we're gonna wait. While you think, another part I liked at the beginning is when they're driving in the boat to the Sarlacc pit, and Luke's like, "I know this desert like the back of my hand. Like, I used to live here, you know." And then Han's like, "You're gonna die here, you know." I thought that was a great line.
Han's got some zingers.
Yeah, he's got some zingers, but I feel like they just in this movie they kind of reduce him to just zingers,
Yeah, that's what
and then at the end of the
that's why I
movie,
don't feel like there's action.
at the end of the movie, he's the
It's
jealous
fine
boyfriend.
if he's like half the action.
Yeah.
It's like him and Luke are 2/3 the action. This movie is just the love triangle, like not triangle, love.
The
you will.
the two-sided
Triangle,
two-sided love triangle.
Two people involved. Love triangle.
Yeah, there's a line between Luke or not Luke, Han and Leia, and then Luke's just over there on the side. Yeah. Well, what about
He's definitely connected.
what about you, Jeremy? What are some of your thoughts on
What about-
Return of the Jedi?
I do feel like it's definitely kind of set a standard. Like, there's not like a lot of action, but kind of the enemy is like vulnerable, but they're just leading everyone in. Like not a lot of sci-fi movies. Like a lot of kind of the arcs in each of like the Star Wars movie are like the three most popular arcs if you think about it.
Well,
like
yeah, they basically created the
the
3-movie 3-act structure.
Yeah, and it's like they do it well, but I just don't think, like you say, they just don't have a lot of action in it. And it's just, I do think it's because of how little Han does. Because actually, interesting fact I just learned the other day is like when he's in the intercom when they're on Endor, when he's like talking, he purposely didn't remember his lines so it'd feel authentic. But that's funny because it's Harrison Ford. He probably just
didn't remember his line.
Didn't think to remember his lines.
Oh, I know. In Episode 4, when the Death Star, he improvised the "I'm good. How are you?" where they're talking in the prison comms, and he's like, "We're all good down here. How are you?" I know that was improvised, but yeah, and I think Episode 6. It looks like lower budget. Like I want to say like 80% of the movie takes place on Endor, which is just tree. And if you look at, maybe it's because I watched it on my phone, so I had like I watched part of it on my phone, I watched part of it on the TV, but I could see it much closer on my phone. But it looks like the effects don't hold up as much as in Episode 4 and 5.
It's because I think they just tried too much with their effects. Like when they're doing the speed racers and like that kind of stuff, and like it's like they're bobbing their head, like they're boxing.
Yeah, it's like
a racer.
The lighting is off. Like you can tell where the green screen's at.
I think they were just.
You can see the bad rotoscoping.
Wait, what scene are you talking about?
I feel like with 5,
just overall, like it just seems lower budget because the effects look a little bit worse, and like half the movie, half the movie takes place in the forest.
Well, because 5 takes what was really good in 4, which is like the miniatures, and just makes it even better with like more green screens that are done well. 6 it still has miniatures, but there's a lot more green screen in it if you think about it.
Yeah, and
it's like the space is where they limited it mostly.
Technically, it was more blue screens for Star Wars.
But what was I saying? Oh, also, like, there's so much Ewok. There's so many. It's just like
her merch go burr.
Yeah, like because obviously everyone knows they put Ewoks in for the kids, but like, there's so much Ewok. Like, why? Episode 8 they put the porgs in, right? And the porg for like merchandising. The porgs are in like 3 scenes.
Yeah, the porgs were fine.
Yeah,
and like the reason for them was like really well done. It was because they had all those not pigeons, but like
there's those birds. It was pigeons, I think, that were on set, or the poffins.
Well, no, it's
poffins.
It's like poffins,
yeah, they were on set and they had to. Puffins? They had to CG them out.
Decided to use it.
And it but
it worked well.
Yeah, there's so much of this movie is just the Ewoks, and it's kind of annoying.
That's also one of the reasons why there's no action. Like you can't really have a little Ewok.
But an Ewok gets freaking nuked in one of the scenes. It's running through the forest with its buddy, and it gets hit with a bomb, and it dies. And its friend is like, wake up, and it's just dead. Like, it's not like they were afraid to get dark. They just, I don't understand.
No, it's either super comedical or just like, oh, this thing's so small. It's just
this thing just got shot with a howitzer round. Like, I don't.
This thing is gone.
Yeah, and like, there's less, because so much of it takes place on Endor, there's a lot less, like, space battles and stuff. I guess this is all like Star Wars-y stuff, but also like there's a little bit more like I don't even know if it's more like I don't know. Like Luke has some acting that he does. Leia has some. Han is just the jealous boyfriend.
But he does it so well.
Okay, also,
Like in the final third is like when he gets really.
yeah. Okay, also,
And also the
everyone's hair in this movie is so bad, except for Leia. Luke's hair is really bad. Han's hair is really bad. Chewie's hair is
They're
bad.
fighting a war.
No, before they're fighting though, like Han's it's like overgrown and ugly looking. It's not styled.
I think it's meant to show that they've been working really hard to do the stuff.
I don't know, but like
Do everything
Chewie's
they're doing.
hair is bad. Like
If
You
you
don't have time to groom
about it,
stuff.
I don't know.
Han,
Everyone's hair is just bad in
Han
this
is
movie,
like
except for
the
Leia.
E-boy. Han's got the E-boy, but longer.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
I kind of like Han's because it kind of fits his personality.
But he looks so
But
much.
yeah, definitely like Luke is.
I
like
guess he just got out of cryo sleep, but his hair shouldn't have grown, right?
Carbonite.
If he's in cryo sleep.
I don't know, but like, I don't know. Like when you after you die, your fingernails and hair grow. So I assume it probably grew a little bit. I don't.
But he's not dead. He was frozen.
Yeah, but still, I feel like
I don't know.
the hair would have grown the first third.
I don't know. But regardless, everyone's hair is bad in this movie.
I don't know how carbonite works.
Yeah, we don't have it here on
I
Earth.
don't. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm not gonna be the scientist.
I think the best part
on this matter.
of the
Yeah.
movie is the ending, where but even the fight between the only lightsaber duel in this movie is between Luke and Darth Vader. It lasts 10 seconds. It's not even that good, and it ends with Luke having a fit
Well, it lasts
and
a
just
little
hitting
long,
him over and over and
but
over.
it's like not actual fight.
Like, also, the lightsaber hit the rails, and they just bounce off. They don't cut through it. But then when he cuts off his hand, it cuts through the rails. Like, come on, guys. You're getting sloppy.
They use the force when they cut off his hair.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the best is obviously the ending. Because, like, them blowing up this
Not
Death
how
Star...
the force
Them blowing up
works.
the Death Star a second time isn't that interesting. But Luke facing Darth Vader turns good, yeets Palpatine off a cliff, somehow survives.
No, confirmed later on
Oh, it's a clone.
that it was a clone.
Yes, it's a clone.
What?
Um,
Oh no, that's no.
So it's
that's
not the original
not-
Palpatine.
I'm not.
He didn't survive that.
his spirit
is-
did.
Where is the original?
The original got blown to
The
bits,
original one's dead.
and then the
He
Death
did.
Star got blown up.
He did it
So he
fail.
blew up, and then he blew up again.
He real
Yeah.
bad.
But his consciousness
So
flew.
Which one was the one that got threw off?
No, that was the real Palpatine.
Yeah, the clone is the one in the.
It's
new
the one in
movie.
9.
He made multiple
Oh,
clones.
okay, yeah. Wait, but then who made the clone?
He did.
He did. He made the clone before he
Yeah.
died. He had contingency set up so if he died,
Yeah,
like a lot of them,
yeah.
I can't-
as can be seen in the newest movies.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so Luke turns Darth Vader, becomes Anakin again, he dies in his arms, and then they go back to Endor, and he burns him in what is probably one of my favorite Star Wars scenes, is the funeral of Darth Vader. Great song. It's the Force theme, but it's like a very slowed down, stripped version. We once recreated that scene with a Pringles can in a campfire.
I thought it was a Coke can.
No,
It
it's
was
Pringles. I
Pringles.
think we did it with both, but the Pringles was first. And then there's a big party, and it ends.
It gets ruined in the newer releases.
Because they changed the song from Yub Nub to the cinematic celebration theme, which I do like the theme that they changed it to. I like that song. But then they change. So at the end, Yoda shows up, the ghost of Yoda, the ghost of Obi-Wan, and the ghost of Anakin show up. But the ghost of Anakin is an older version of him because technically he died old Anakin. He didn't die young Anakin because he turns good before he dies. But in the newer versions, they replace him with Hayden Christensen to
When did he learn how to turn into a Force ghost? Now the new canon from Clone Wars shows you have to go through training
That, I no.
really quick
No.
before death.
It's
Quick, let me show
that's
you.
stupid. That's stupid. Like, I get. Well, okay, no, well, because actually, so Qui-Gon learns how to do it. So him teaching Obi-Wan and Yoda how to do it is still fine, but the way that Yoda learns in Clone Wars is so stupid.
It is.
How does he learn?
He has to like go to a Force planet and fight evil Yoda. He fights Dark Link version of Yoda. Yeah, and it's literally Schmeagol. Yeah. And so the original version, it's the actor that plays the physical version of Darth Vader, like him without the helmet, not James Earl Jones. There's How It Should Have Ended has old Darth Vader, but he's all scarred and stuff, but he's also missing all his limbs. That's funny. But yeah, so the new version has Hayden Christensen, which doesn't make sense because he didn't die as young Anakin Skywalker. He died as old Anakin Skywalker. But yeah, they also add a song in Jabba's palace. They add the weird CG alien song.
Oh gosh.
Which I do have fond memories of because in Battlefront 2, the original one, it would play on the Mos Eisley map whenever you played the assault mode, which is essentially the heroes versus villains mode. It would always come on, and when me and my cousin would be playing, we'd have a lot of fun. So I do like it for that. But in the movie, the music video part is really stupid. I think that's all I have to say about episode 6. It's kind of a letdown going and watching it. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to throw in about episode 6? Anything you happen to remember, Parker? It's a trap.
We pretty much covered everything. I mean, there's a lot of good one-liners.
Yeah.
It's like on the scale. Well, I feel like there's quite. I can't think of any, but if I saw the scene, it's kind of on the scale of one-liners.
I have it. My sister has it. Also, Leia's like, I get she's in like shock, but she's like, I can't tell you, Han. And he's like, I mean, you told
not?
Luke, yeah, like why not? And then she's like, hold me, like you did on Naboo.
I hate it when people win because the opposing side was stupid, and that's how I feel about all of Endor. Like, why didn't they go full?
Well, yeah. Also,
what's the planet?
The Emperor says there's a full legion of them. I guess maybe he's talking about the space battle, but he should have had more troops on Endor if he knew.
What's the planet at the end of Rogue One? What planet is that?
Scarif.
Yeah, why didn't they go full Scarif and put a bunch of AT-ATs down and just stomp the trees and just blow the crap out of the rebels?
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't know, because the whole point
Empire
is
should never have lost to a bunch of
it was a
Ewoks
trap,
and a few rebels.
and he knew it was gonna happen. He's planning for
That's
it.
not crap.
But yeah, they get beat by a bunch of teddy bears.
But they get beat because they're stupid, and I don't like that in movies.
Yeah, this one just feels a lot more kiddish, which is kind of what they were going for. So it definitely shows. And it's a letdown because episode 5 is so good, and then 6 is just kind of So it is how it be, and it be how it do, you know. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Then they made the sequel trilogy. All right, well,
I still think The Force Awakens is good.
I like The Force Awakens. It is very good. Last Jedi
The
is
rest of them made me
not.
sad.
And then Return of Skywalker, or Rise of Skywalker, I liked a lot, but the more I thought about it, the less I liked it.
And the more I rewatched it, the less I liked it. I can't wait for more Palpatine clones to show up.
It wasn't that I liked it
Please,
less.
God, no.
I think it was just more that I was disappointed more in The Rise of Skywalker. But we're not talking about the Rise of Skywalker. We're talking about the Return of the Jedi. So, if you had to rate it, what would you rate it?
7.
You'd give it a 7.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's still fun to watch. I don't not enjoy watching it.
Yeah, I think it's fun to watch when you're not really paying attention.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
What about you, Jeremy? What would you rate it?
7.5.
Really, that high?
It's like there is slow, but like its good moments are I feel like really good, and I don't feel like it's bad. It's just a little slow. It's like the only complaint, but like it's if you don't go in the expectation this is going to be an action film, it's just I don't feel like you're going to be like let down.
But I think I don't know. It's like it's I'm trying to think how I want to say this or how to even say this. Like it feels like a Star Wars movie, but it is slow and like not as exciting. And it's an action adventure movie, but the adventure there's not a lot of it. The action there's not a lot of it, and it's just kind of tying up loose ends while trying to cater to a new kid audience, and all of that together kind of disappointing. Money. So I think I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
It was a good wrap up. The ending was great. I guess 7.5 maybe is alright, but I think it's the ending good Star Wars. So overall as this being the original end of Star Wars, I'm okay with it. I like it.
So yeah, our final score is 6.8 out of 10 for Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi.
Wow. It actually has decent score on IMDb.
What is it on Rotten Tomatoes
8.3.
and Meta, though? Let's find out, shall we?
I
feel like Meta is going to be kind of low.
Return of the Jedi has an 82% with a 94% audience score.
On the Meta?
For the audience. No, I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look it up on Meta. Okay, so it has pretty good reviews on that too. The Meta has a 58 on critics, and the user score is 8.3.
Yeah.
So it is.
As a kid, I liked it way more.
Definitely, I did too. Which is weird because it is a slower movie, so I feel like kids would be less interested in it. But yeah, so 6.8 out of 10 is our final score. So let's talk about what you've been doing. So Jeremy, what have you been doing?
Well, I watched the Sonic movie. Didn't watch the final scene apparently because I missed that.
Yeah. Tails. Anything else?
I watched the My Hero movie. Did not like
the second one or the first one?
It was good. Second one. I've already seen the first one.
Oh, I haven't seen the second one.
Got great in the second one, it's got great action scenes, but it's like the story is just so bad. Like they just, hey, here's this new hero that has powers of others and all this other stuff. It's like, that definitely was forced.
Huh.
Is the first
one
one
I was excited
good?
to watch. I like the first one.
First.
I was excited to watch the second one.
I've not even checked them out.
I'll probably still check it out, but yeah. What about you, Parker? What have you been doing?
Been trying to stay busy. I have been I've been trying to stay busy because I've been so bored. Because I wasn't prepared for my summer to be this long. I would have gone. Football would have been coming up next week. If it wasn't for Miss Rona.
Miss Rona.
So I'm just trying to find stuff to do because I haven't had a summer this long
Ever?
since middle school.
Mm.
So I feel like there's just a ton of time, and I don't really know what to do with it because I feel like I've played the crap out of all the games I have,
Huh.
and I only have games that I'm playing right now if I have people to play with.
Yeah. Well, me, like I said earlier, I've been playing some Rocket League. I've been playing some Ghost of Tsushima still. Just, chipping away at that. I haven't played it in a few days, so probably try to play that again soon. I watched Prisoners, movie Prisoners, with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, who is probably my favorite director. Who is my favorite director right now. Really good. The movie was very good. It's a thriller, and it's a long movie. Like, it's almost 3 hours long, and it's a really slow burner. But like, once it starts like picking up, like pieces are starting to connect, you're like, oh snap. And the ending is so like satisfying, but not. It's very good.
Yes.
It's hard to explain without saying it, but it's very good.
What movie?
Prisoners. It came out in like 2014, I think.
I think I've
It's really
seen
good.
it. It sounds familiar.
I liked it a lot.
2013.
2013. Okay. Yeah, so
Sounds like a movie I would have watched with my parents.
I watched that. And then I also watched Starsky and Hutch, which is a Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson cop comedy. Takes place in like the 70s. I think it's like based off of an old TV show that they rebooted as a movie. That was funny. It was a good fun ride. Not obviously not like the best movie ever or whatever, but I enjoyed that. And I started playing Pokemon Black again, trying to go through it again because I've played it twice and I've never made it through it.
Wait, no, we did. We made it through it.
No,
together.
I never beat it.
I did.
I don't remember beating it.
I'm almost positive I did.
I don't remember beating it. Did we?
Yeah, we definitely did.
Maybe we did. Huh. I don't remember.
And then I went and beat it again with a randomizer. But I think I did that by
No,
myself.
well, I think I don't remember it is because you played on fast forward and you were so far ahead of me, so I had to play on fast forward too, so I don't remember any of the game.
Yeah.
So I guess now I'm trying to play through it normally. The beginning of it sucks. It's really slow. But everyone always says it's the best story, so I'm trying to get through it. But yeah, I've been playing that. So what are you looking forward to, Parker?
Football now. You don't usually hear me say that. Usually dreading it, but looking forward to that. Kind of looking forward for. I think my classes are going to be in person, so I'm looking forward to that. Not having
Seeing
the
people.
crap show that was spring term.
When is your school supposed to start back up?
Late September.
Oh dang. You gonna get the Rona again.
Again?
What about you, Jeremy? You still going?
Yeah. I think that's it.
It's kind of depressing.
What am I
Yeah.
looking
What
forward
are you
to?
looking forward to?
I think Project Power is gonna be really good.
Yeah. I'm glad that there's something coming out.
Yeah. It's one of the things where it's like.
Oh, when does
least
Cyberpunk
something.
2077 come out?
It got delayed till next year, I think.
No, it did not get delayed that long.
I'm
Really?
pretty sure.
No. It did not.
Look it up. I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm excited for what's the new Skyrim Obsidian game called? At something.
Oh, yeah.
The space one?
No, the Skyrim.
Oh, the Obsidian. It's like Avenged or something.
Starts with an A.
like Ascension or Avenge or
Avowed.
That's
Okay.
what it is. Yes. Yeah. Well, was there even a date for that? It was just a teaser trailer.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looked good.
I mean, it just.
It's coming from Obsidian, so it can't be
Yeah.
bad. Which is what we used to say about Bethesda, and then Bethesda messed up. So maybe.
Then
maybe
Bethesda. Then Fallout 76 came out.
Then the fallout happens.
Yes, the fallout of Fallout. What else are you looking forward to, Jeremy?
It's not like it's kind of sad. There's not very many games coming out that I really enjoy. But one thing I am looking forward to is I'm building a PC, and I just pretty much ordered almost all my parts, and so I'm really happy.
Gang.
So by next Tuesday, I should have it built. And then I also got the new Assassin's Creed game that's going to come out in like November for free. That was like a deal going on with Newegg, so I got that one for free, which is dope.
Cool. Me, I'm looking forward to see Project Power. It's coming out. I don't know what else I'm looking forward to.
There's nothing coming out. It sucks.
There's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I will say One Piece is starting to ramp up, and I'm getting excited. So I want it to
Dude,
be
the animation last few episodes.
so good.
So
I love
good.
the animation style so much. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Also, I freaking called it about Komurasaki. If you've been watching, I freaking called it. I knew she was who she is. I freaking called it. But also, I wanna.
Did I miss
But
that?
there's an episode yesterday.
Oh wait, I haven't seen the newest because I don't have.
Okay.
Free.
I can give you I may or may not have watched it for free somewhere, so I may or may not give you a link. So but also
My personal FBI agent.
I don't want to spoil anything, but Jeremy, you have something to look forward to coming. I don't want to sing, but
You should send me a link to that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was getting him a present for his birthday, but
I was talking about the leak to the One Piece where I could watch.
Oh, it's not a leak. It's just a link. Yes, not a leak.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the show. So, thank you so much for listening. We hope you find time out of your busy schedule to come back and listen to us next week. But come on, we all know you've got nothing better to do. So if you are on YouTube, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a review and tell a friend. And we will be back next week. I have no idea what we're gonna do because there's nothing coming out. We'll see you next time.
Golf it on a podcast. No
Happy
video.
birthday,
Just
Jeremy. Bye-bye.